Guys, you remember when the mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero, told the South Africans that during the G20 summit in the city, they will have what they call the G20 routes. So these G20 routes are the roads that have been used to move around the international friends of Cyril Ramaphosa. And Dada Morero told the South Africans that, guys, we are going to prioritize these roads. We're going to make sure that these roads do not have the potholes. We're going to make sure that these roads actually has the traffic lights that are working. And of course, people were mad. People were mad because they felt it as an insult, because again, these are issues that they've been raising for years, and the government of Dada Morero has basically ignored them in Johannesburg. And the president went to parliament and he doubled down and lied on behalf of Dada Morero. Ramaphosa went to parliament and said, guys, we're going to have the visitors. And of course, you know, when you have the visitors, you have to do a bit of a cleanup. But this is what we are going to do right now. You see how clean those parts of Johannesburg are? This is the standard that we are going to keep. This is how Johannesburg is going to be from now on. Of course, he was lying. Of course, he was lying. And this is the reason why I did so many videos where I was totally outraged with these people, because I could feel the insult coming straight at me, that we as South Africans are just asking for the bare minimum. And this government of Ramaphosa does not give a toss about us. But now that they are going to host their international friends, suddenly they have the resources to look into these issues that people have been talking about. No, there was not load shedding there. The traffic lights were working, the roads were patched. Everything was nice. It was still an insult, though. It was still an insult. So I want us to go back to Johannesburg to look at how Johannesburg looks like post G20. So I want us to start with this clip that I saw from Helen Zille. This is Helen Zille, guys. See, she's basically directing the traffic in Johannesburg. And as you can see over here, the traffic light is not working. And you're going to see a couple of traffic lights that are not working. And of course, over here, you can see the potholes are here. So it seems like Johannesburg slowly is going back to its quote-unquote normal state. You see, even these ones. Oh, look how big that pothole is, guys. Did you hear that from that truck? It said, "Guam." And guys, you know, one thing that I don't like the most about potholes, not because they damage people's cars, it's because these things, man, they can cause accidents. People have actually lost their lives because of these potholes. This is why it's so frustrating when you look at our roads and you just ask yourself, man, like, don't these people care about the South Africans that have actually died because of these potholes? Do these people actually care about the cost that people are enduring when their cars are destroyed by these potholes? But then it seems like they just don't care. It seems like they just don't care. So Helen Zille is here doing the Lord's work. See, even these ones, even these ones are not working. So now, I think after this video, I started to see people on social media going around, especially the ones in Johannesburg, going around and showing us what Johannesburg looks like right now. And some of these images, man, they are unbelievable. But then, this is the Johannesburg that we know. This is the ANC run Johannesburg. This is what it looks like. And this is how they actually prefer it. So now people are taking out their cell phones in the middle of the day. They are walking around in Johannesburg and they are showing us what Johannesburg looks like. And again, people are frustrated and outraged again because some of these people that have been ignorant when we were raising these issues are starting to see what we were talking about. That the whole G20 summit and their cleanup was nothing but a big insult to South Africans. This was basically it. So now Johannesburg is going back, or rather, is back at its normal state, the state that the ANC actually loves and prefers.
This is how Joburg currently looks after the G20. The streets are filthy. Pick it up are not picking up the filth. So basically, this is what we are having on the streets of Joburg, especially in Bree Street. We've got Conabri, and Delvers, and then we've got other streets that's also as filthy as it is here. We are on the 1st of December, so this is how Joburg looks after the G20. This is what we are having, filthy Joburg.
I can't believe, man, that there are people that actually believed in Dada Morero and Ramaphosa. You know, guys, there are legit people who believed in the lies that Dada Morero spew out with his boss, Ramaphosa, that they're going to keep cleaning Johannesburg. This is now how Johannesburg is going to look like. Not even 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the G20. Look at what Johannesburg looks like right now. This is how Johannesburg looks like right now. The normal Johannesburg. And you can see even the vendors are back. You remember the vendors were actually pushed on the side. They were told that, no, you cannot trade here. We are enforcing the bylaws and whatever. But now it seems like, no, suddenly they do not care about the bylaws. Everybody is back. They are doing as they please again. Oh my goodness, man. Once a world-class city has been turned into Islam, Johannesburg is now Islam. Nobody can convince me otherwise. Johannesburg is now Islam. It's Islam. It's filthy, it's dirty, it smells horrible. There are many people in Johannesburg that should not even be in Johannesburg. There are many illegal foreigners in Johannesburg that have turned this beautiful city, once a beautiful city, into a trash. And if the residents of Johannesburg vote for the ANC next year, man, like, they will deserve everything that they are getting. They will deserve everything that they are getting. And the only person that South Africans seems to think that maybe, just maybe she could have some solutions for the mess that is happening in Johannesburg is Helen Zille. But then I remember when I had a conversation with Helen Zille, she did say that, man, I think Johannesburg will need something like 5 to 10 years to actually fix. This is how bad it has actually gotten, because it took a long time to destroy Johannesburg. So we cannot fix Johannesburg at one go. It is going to take a bit of time. But I think this is what the South Africans would actually appreciate. Somebody putting in a bit of effort into making things better in Johannesburg. This is what people would actually appreciate. Because right now, it has totally been neglected. It has totally been neglected. So the mayor of Johannesburg, after the public outrage, went on social media, and instead of taking accountability, you know they will never take accountability, he gave more excuses. So this is what the mayor of Johannesburg, the incompetent mayor of Johannesburg, Dada Morero, said on social media. And he says that, residents of Johannesburg, I understand your frustrations. Let me clarify, the city has not stopped cleaning after the G20. Let me clarify, the city has not stopped cleaning after the G20.
This is how Joburg currently looks after the G20. The streets are filthy. Pick it up are not picking up the filth. So basically, this is what we are having on the streets of Joburg, especially in Bree Street. We've got Corner Bree. We've got Corner Bree and Delvers, and then we've got other streets that's also as filthy as it is here. We are on the 1st of December. So this is how Joburg looks after the G20.
So Dada Moreira said that, let me clarify, the city has not stopped cleaning after the G20. But if the city of Johannesburg has not stopped cleaning after the G20, so why does Johannesburg look like this right now? Because clearly it looks like it has not been cleaned. So clearly he is gaslighting the people. Because the people can see what is happening where they live. They can see all of these things that are happening. And the mayor says that our work began before the G20 and it is still ongoing. The delays in rubbish collection are due to a transition to new fleet service providers, which has disrupted operations at several depots. Pick It Up has assured me that the services will stabilize in the coming week as the new fleet gets up to speed with the established routes. My team has been out in the field across the city, actively overseeing the situation to ensure these issues are addressed promptly. Thank you for your patience as we work to improve our waste management efforts. Our commitment to keeping Johannesburg clean remains firm and unchanged. Once again, residents of Johannesburg, we apologize for the inconvenience as the city strives to do better, and we continue to stand firm in reclaiming the inner city and stamping out lawlessness. This is what Dadamara was saying. I mean, like anybody who would take anything seriously that these people say, man, like it will be out of their own ignorance. It will be out of their own ignorance. And I think, like I said before, I think 2026 is going to show us where South Africans are, mentally so, where South Africans are and what they actually want. That's what Johannesburg looks like, guys, after the G20. I am annoyed by it, but I am not shocked because I knew that it was coming. I knew that it was coming. It's time for change. Guys, what are your thoughts? Please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit the like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.